Previously on Quartet, the party hunted down a roaming boss known as the Duck Dog, but killed in one encounter due to being overleveled. Next, Agatha went on a quest to look for her siblings, and there were a lot more of them than expected. Finally, the party took on the Cave of the Mighty Javelin, where they had to clear a dungeon within 8 minutes in order to obtain Agatha's best offhand weapon. How's the hunt for the Arcana cards going? How many players are left? Unbelievable, you found all the remaining Arcana! As promised, here's a little something for you. Mega Elixir? That's it? Okay, as a final token of our gratitude, allow me to augment that deck use the weapon. Oracle deck transforms. The original Oracle deck, you mean. Now has high attack but low magic. Why, Mr. Dr. No, as long as I'm managing Cordelia's schedule, just let me know if you'd like to make a space for anything in particular. People are starting to trickle back in from the countryside. If I had been here, then who knows what might have happened. Nothing would have been different, except that I wouldn't have been so scared without you. I've seen neither hide nor hair of my employer. What? I thought we revived everyone. I don't know if they're in the Dominions or under a pile of rubble. 5 sons and not one of them can come and help me dig out the family heirlooms. Whoa. Just by getting close, I didn't even interact with them. What's going on here? Have you seen all these flyers? Flyers? Some maniac has been plastering these all over town. Put one on the door of my shop before the sun even came up. I ripped it off, but not even half an hour later, another one was tacked on, the same as before. What are they about? A lost cat of all things. That's how you know it's some posh fop with no real concerns in life. Whoever it is, they stuffed one of the flyers in my handbag while I wasn't looking. The nerve. May I see it? Is it probably enchanted? To spread virally? That paper is magic, earth magic. I can feel it from here. Earth magic? But I thought most of the people here were water. I was very certain that earth magic was extinct in humans, except for you. The flyer says, lost cat reward found. Answers to the name Whiskers, identifiable by its mixture of gravity and swaggery. Not a very useful description. It's a line from a poem, an old famous one. It was written by a poet, Jesiah Wigram, under the pen name Jesiah. My mother used to read it to me. Why is that important? Everything about the flyer, the paper, the ink, the typeface is exactly like the book she used to read from. There's something more going on here, something strange. The flyer says to inquire at the Wigram house in Leornia. That's just southeast, across the channel. It would be a quick stop in the airship. If we absolutely must. If we're not seeing anyone else covering the city in bulletins. Now we've all seen what magic can do. He'd better believe he's finishing his education. I expect many of us will spend our whole careers trying unpacking what just happened to see. What am I supposed to do with these two when the skulls are all blown to smithereens? Whee! Is this the Wigram house? Depends who you ask. Inspector Thompson, we've got another arrival, a whole bunch of them. All these people trying to solve the mystery of the cat? Party guests are still arriving. Must be nice to be so rich that you don't have to be punctual. What's your name? Dr. Jerome Renault. You're not on the guest list. Where have I heard your name before? I think you were the doctor who fought in the battle at the Capitol, aren't you? The one in the newspapers. Is he really? You know, this might be exactly what we need. What about the cat? Can you come up to the second floor bedrooms? I don't. Why would I do that? What is going on here? You see, Doctor, there's been a murder. What's that have to do with a cat? Inspector Thompson is in charge here. You'd best do as he says. Are people really getting killed because of, over a freaking cat? Go up and see Inspector Thompson. Luck tome. Hit point tome. Yeah, I gotta steal as much as I can. Thank you for humoring me, Doctor. If you don't mind, have a look under the blankets there. The body? A blood stain. What's this have to do with a cat? You're a doctor, what do you see? Could someone have lured us here to get rid of us? It's large, the patient. No, the victim lost a lot of blood. Most of it dried around the same time, so it was rapid. What else? There's no sign of thrashing or splattering. A professional, so the victim was taken by surprise, an overwhelming attack. I'm not an inspector, it could have been a sudden illness. But if that were true, we'd know where the victim is. There's no sign of her anywhere in the house. Who is this person? There was a young woman staying here. Emily Hart is her name. The maid says she came in the room this morning and found Miss Hart gone. There was only the blood stain. That's when she called for us. And that's just about the only thing I've been able to get out of anyone. The house is full of rich twits who are here to attend some lavish party. They've all gone silent. They think they can just wait me out and keep their noses clean of this business. That's where you come in, Dr. Renault. I'm afraid I don't follow. They don't know that Miss Hart was murdered. In fact, neither do I. There's no body, but the maid let slip to the whole house about the blood stain. The guests won't talk to an inspector until their lawyers and powerful friends get here. They might talk to a famous doctor who's just trying to save Miss Hart's life, if she's alive. I'll suppose that one of the guests is Jesiah Wigram. There's a few people from the Wigram family here. Didn't see Jesiah though. Talk to my sergeant, Carnot, back on the first floor. He'll tell you what we already know. I'll be on the lookout for more physical evidence. Sergeant Carnot, first floor of the front foot of the stairs. From a travelogue, we came across it on our journey. Only I made it back. To this day, I couldn't describe what it was. You find what appears to be a children's book. The book tells the story of a young octopus who dreams of being the captain of his own ship. Oh, and you are? I'm Dr. Jerome Renault. I'm looking into what happened to Miss Hart. Lovely young woman. I only just met her. Who are you? George Slopemouth, and yes, my grandfather was the famous author. You're here for the ball. Indeed, in addition to her charms, Miss Julia stands to inherit this house and its associated properties, much to her aunt's chagrin. Trying to point me towards an obvious suspect, huh? It's a match that would solve many problems for me, but to be honest, she's a bit too young. Need Julia's money? It's an allure, certainly. The third generation of Slopemouths are not quite as well-heeled as you expect. Grandfather's estate was sizable, but he had 10 children. Being the second of the 6th daughter means I get a little more than a good name and a good education. A manual of arms. It reads, all fighting styles are the same. There's a limited number of ways for one human to hurt another. The only difference is how you train. Magic tome. Hello, do you need something? I'm Dr. Jerome Renault. I'm trying to find out what happened to Miss Hart. I'm afraid she might be hurt. Who are you? I'm Neville Wigram. Are you related to Jesiah Wigram? That's my grandfather. I haven't seen him in a while. It's a shame that we were always fond of each other. What would they stage this whole thing as a way to test people? Do you meet Miss Hart? I saw her briefly in passing. I only arrived a day and a half ago for my cousin's ball. She was the kindest person I knew, far kinder than I, but I didn't hear of her death until well after she passed on. They never told me how it happened. I'm sorry for not being there when you needed me. Rest in peace, Christina. I won't forget you. I'm sorry, but who are you? I'm Dr. Jerome Renault. I'm trying to find out what happened to Miss Hart so I can help her. The same Dr. Renault from the papers. Oh, I see. Now it is him. Who are you? I'm Annabelle Verne. This is my husband, Fabian. I'm sure you've met my mother, Catherine. There have you meet Miss Hart. We saw her in passing. We only arrived yesterday. Travel has been terribly slow since the disaster. I'm not really sure why Mother has her here, but there are still more guests to come. And especially in that corner room. Dr. Renault, is it? We separated the guests as best we can so that they can't share information or change their stories. I still haven't heard who these people are, why they're all here. There was a party. Yes, for the young lady, Miss Julia Bowden. She's here with her father, Mr. Rupert Bowden. The host of the party is actually Julia's aunt, Lady Catherine Laurent. This is her house, or her family's house. I don't understand the rich. Most of the rest are guests. I'm happy to tell you about them. Whenever you learn something new, come back and tell me. I'll write it down so that you and Inspector Thompson can review it later. I've got all the notes we have so far. Who do you want to know about? Wow, that's a lot. Nobody just now. Come back when you've got new information from the witnesses. The dedication of the book reads, "May all your adventures end in success." An old new paperback by the famous Dr. Slopemouth. Nothing to lose by my life, and I've got that for free. Hello? Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Jerome Renault. I'm trying to find out what happened to Miss Hart. I'm William McMaster, and this is my wife Linda, and my son Harry. Pleased to meet you. When you arrive? 3 days ago. It's quite a trip. From our house in the Highlands, we'll be staying... Well, we were supposed to be staying for 2 weeks. William went to school with Alfred ages ago. Did any of you meet Miss Hart? Briefly at dinner. 2 nights ago. Do you notice that she was ill or distressed? Oh no, she seemed in high spirits. She wasn't expected at dinner, and the cook had to make her a plate at the last minute. Harry, was there something you'd like to add? A woman's life might be at stake. I might as well. Harold, it's her privacy. You heard him. What if she's hurt? He needs to know. There's no Emily Hart. She's actually Evelyn Harcourt, traveling incognito. I'm not familiar with the name. She's a famous singer in comic operas. They're all the rage in the capital these days, or they were before everything happened. I didn't recognize her at first. I've heard the name, but I've never seen her perform. Never have I. I've just seen her picture in the papers. Someone else here was telling me about a show they saw of hers at dinner. I forget who it was. Can you tell me anything else about Evelyn? Something was the matter with her. We were having a perfectly nice conversation with her when she suddenly had to depart. She wouldn't say why, but she looked a bit queasy. Poison? Oh thank goodness, are you the lawyer? No, I'm Dr. Jerome Renault. I heard that one of your guests was hurt, and I'm trying to help her. Well, I'm glad someone isn't jumping to conclusions. I'd really like to get this matter resolved. What can you tell me about Miss Hart? To be honest, I don't know that much about her. My brother Alfred asked me to give her a room. She had a fit of exhaustion and needed a place to regain her strength. Do you know that Miss Hart was Evelyn Harcourt? Oh shoot, the order I ask people these things can affect things. It hardly makes a difference to me. I was only letting her stay here on account of my brother. I have to go back to some previous conversations, don't I? You really must let me take you to him. He's at the center of all this business. Book begins with an epigram. Never underestimate the ferocity of a goose. One-eyed Dan. Hello, I don't think we've met. Hello, I'm Dr. Renault. You must be Julia. Yes, pleased to meet you. Do you meet Miss Hart? Only once at dinner. I arrived just a few days ago, and Miss Hart is a bit of a... recluse, that's it. You're supposed to talk to my uncle Alfred about all of that. He's a doctor. I just want to get on with my debut. Some of the guests have come from very far away. You know she was Evelyn Harcourt? Was she really? But Evelyn's supposed to be some famous beauty, isn't she? Miss Hart was all puffy and red-faced and wore frumpy clothes. And I heard she uses magic to improve her looks, so maybe it's all a great big trick. Julia. Well, I would do it too if I could. Catherine was gracious enough to let us hold the ball here after her house in the capital is leveled. It's a shame that it had to be interrupted by this. You think the police will be done by this evening, don't you? We have a visitor. Hello, I'm Dr. Jerome Renault. I recognized you straight away, though the picture they had of you in the paper seems now like it's a bit out of date. I hate to imagine which one they used. I'm Armand Mallory. This is my mother, Henrietta. Do you speak with Miss Hart? Oh no, we didn't get a chance to see her. She dined with our guests 2 nights ago. Do you know that Miss Hart is Evelyn Harcourt? Oh, so it was true. I heard something about it, but didn't believe it. Well then, it's a shame we missed her, unless she's coming back. I can hardly believe something bad would have happened to her. She's so famous. She didn't come down to dinner last night. Canceled at the last minute. We saw her on stage just before the capital disaster. She's quite the performer. I would have loved to meet her, especially in such an intimate setting. You and every other young man in the kingdom. You know anything about Evelyn's condition? I hate to speculate. She's famous for her voice, not just her looks. But when we saw her perform, she was rather winded by the third act. The butler. Oh, who's this? Are you a lawyer? No, I'm Dr. Jerome Renault, and you are? Warren Wigram. Pleased to meet you. Are you related to Jesiah Wigram? Of course, I'm his eldest grandchild. You intellectual types are always asking about him. He never comes out in public anymore. There's an infamous curmudgeon before his wits started to go. It's gotten no better since then. Where's Jesiah? Oh, I've not the slightest idea. He's positively ancient, so he's accumulated quite a few houses here in the capital. He could be in any one of them. My father, Alfred, would know better. See Miss Hart. Who? You didn't meet her. The woman in the back bedroom, upstairs. Oh, yes, I may have run into her. Women like that don't usually enjoy my attention for very long. Do you know Miss Hart is Evelyn Harcourt? I did. You never forget her. You'd met before. Wait, but didn't you say you had a hard time noticing her? You might say that. Women like what? Women who, I don't know, make it their own way in the world. I'm not quite ambitious enough for them. These blue bloods can cool their heels all day for all I care. May I help you, sir? Stokes. I'm Dr. Jerome Renault. I'm trying to find out as much as I can about the missing woman so I can help her. Very good, sir. I'm not certain what aid I can provide. Who are you? I'm the butler of the house. I have served the Wigram family for many years. Do you know where Jesiah Wigram is? I know he isn't here. Do you know if she was actually Evelyn Harcourt? I'm afraid neither name means anything to me. You know anything odd about Evelyn? About Miss Hart, it wouldn't be for me to say. A woman's life is at stake. She took rather a long time to dress, but would not let us send anyone up to help her. She did likewise in the bath. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, can I help you? I didn't know we had another guest. No, don't worry, I'm Dr. Renault. I'm trying to figure out what happened to Miss Hart. I don't think Lady Catherine would like it if I'm not interested in police matters. She may just be hurt, and I can help her. Alright. When? How did Miss Hart arrive? She arrived about a month ago, alone. Did she have any visitors to her room recently? I did hear someone in there with her. I heard a man's voice, but it was low and hard to make out. I don't know who it was. Do you know Miss Hart is Evelyn Harcourt? I figured she was somebody famous, but I never heard of her. Was there anything unusual about Evelyn? She was very particular. Plenty of upper-class types are like that, but she was, I don't know, different. There were all kinds of smells that she got upset about, and well, this is rather personal. I'm a doctor, I can assure you that I've heard it all before. Well, she needed to use the loo for all the time. You know who visited her room last night? No, though, we were sitting next door and we did hear voices. I'm not sure we really did. It might have been some sort of some trick of sound. Why do you say that? Because I didn't hear any footsteps or hear a door open. The doors in these old houses are terribly creaky, you know? Who visited Evelyn's room last night? Well, I would hope nobody did. I don't need scandalous things happening here. Do you know differently? If it was anyone, it might have been my brother. He was attending her for her condition. Are we quite sure I can't take you to him? Did you visit Evelyn's room last night? Not us. We're staying out of the cottage, not in the main house. Last thing we need is an intrigue. You know who visited her room? I'm not even sure which room she's in. Did you visit her room last night? Huh, she wouldn't have opened the door for me. Ask anyone who knew her. You know who visited Evelyn's room last night? I did not. I was asleep and nobody asked for an upstairs key or where to find her. I've already questioned the rest of the house staff and it seems that only Lisette heard the encounter. Do you know that Miss Hart was Evelyn Harcourt? I thought she might be when I saw her, but I tried to think about it. It would make things even worse. Why would Evelyn's presence make things worse? Uncle Alfred's sons, Warren and Neville, they were both rumored to have had affairs with her. Evelyn Harcourt is almost as famous for her choice of companions as she is for what she does on stage. They always kept the room empty except for when they have secret guests. We weren't even allowed to play her as children. Didn't your Uncle Alfred bring her here? You know who visited Evelyn's room last night? Oh no, this is turning into a classic Wigram family fiasco. Oh, I don't know who visited her. On second thought, it's a little odd that she's in the corner room at all. Mother tends to keep people out of there, even when we have extra company. Is it haunted? She's probably not going to give me an honest explanation. Oh, certainly not, but you might get information out of Stokes the butler. At the very least, he won't spin some grand fablio about it. Didn't your Uncle Alfred bring her here? That makes no sense. Uncle Alfred has plenty of room in his own house. Mother must have had some ulterior motive. Catherine always finds ways of wrapping herself up in new intrigues. Anything unusual about Evelyn? Unusual? That might give some indication of her health. She was moving rather slowly, and the glamour she had about her was elaborate. She had an illusion spell on her person. Yes, I have a fair amount of magical training myself. It's not unusual for someone to wear a glamour in public. But to wear such a powerful one in and about the house, it's odd. She might have been trying to hide something. An injury. What? Weight gain? She might have been injured even before getting here? Bruh. Got a lot of information. I should talk to Sergeant Carnot. So that's a sign that I've exhausted everything? Really? Come on, I didn't confirm with the others about their information. Are you related to Jesiah Wigram? You visited Evelyn's room last night. Why do I do that? There's a rumor that you two were romantically entangled. The rumors also put quite a few other men in her company, but I wouldn't insult her by lending a credence to any of that. I notice you haven't denied it. You must know, I was in the library with George Slopemouth until very late. He and I had a lot to catch up on. Got a lot of information, but do we have enough? Were you with Neville last night? Oh yes, we went to University together. Had quite a bit to catch up on, and a rather fine bottle of brandy to keep us going. On account of that, we were both rather late coming out of breakfast this morning. You know Emily Hart was Evelyn Harcourt? No, I tend to be introduced to women of a different class. Alright, let me write all this down. You know, Doc, I'm not a professional, but I do have a wife and 3 little ones. Julia said the missing woman looked fleshed and puffy. Mrs. Mallory said she got easily winded. Annabelle told us that Evelyn was using an elaborate magical glamour, even indoors. Stokes said that she took a long time to get ready, but never wanted anyone to come help her. And Lisette said Evelyn always had to use the loo. Huh? You don't have to be a doctor to know what's going on there. Pregnant? Evelyn Harcourt was pregnant and hiding it. Wow. There's no way that Lady Catherine will ever tell me the truth. But Stokes and Lisette must have been given extra instruction for care of Evelyn that might reveal something. Do you have to make special preparations for her? Is this really relevant to your investigation? It is. She was pregnant, and either Lady Catherine or her brother must have known it. If it was a high-risk pregnancy, there might have been special preparations. Lady Catherine only asked that I unlock the antique armor in that room. Evelyn's room requires special preparation. Mr. Stokes gave me a key to the old armor, which is usually locked. It's strange because Miss Hart didn't bring that many clothes. I'm told your nephews had affairs with Evelyn. I understand that Miss Harcourt's social life is wide-ranging. My nephews are hardly the only ones connected to her. Do you know Evelyn was pregnant? I'm told you had an affair with Evelyn. The list of Evelyn's romantic liaisons, well, suffice to say, it isn't short. Anyway, her connection didn't last very long at all. Do you know she was pregnant? Well, it can't be mine. You seem sure about that. If I were able to sire children, it would have happened a long time ago. Where Evelyn was pregnant? When did she get here? Who invited her? As I understand it, either you or your aunt or your father. There's some confusion about that point, however. That's why she was in the corner room. They use it for guests they like to hide. Why that room? I have a guess, but would require more explaining than I intend to give you. Do you know she was pregnant? Was she? She hid it well, passing well, in fact. Makes her glamorous, huh? So now I have to go into that room. Oh, there you are. Did he figure it out? Anything to report? I've seen Carnot furiously working through his notes. Several things. Firstly, Miss Hart was in fact Evelyn Harcourt, the famous singer. Second, it's likely she was here because she was, or is, pregnant. Thirdly, both of the Wigram sons have had affairs with her, but it's hardly certain that the child is either of theirs. In fact, I believe that Lady Catherine has some ulterior motive for bringing Evelyn here. Huh? Some part of Lady Catherine's intrigue revolves around this room in particular. I hate cases involving these country lordlings. It's time I had to go at Lady Catherine myself. See if you can find anything in that room that I might have missed. Okay. There's definitely some kind of magic over this armor. It would hardly be the first piece of enchanted furniture in an old country house, but I do not detect any magic. Really? It's right there. It's earth magic. Huh? It's earth magic. It's really hard to get a grip on, though. It's like there's a slippery layer on top of the spell. Could it be a keyed spell? Try connecting to it together with me. Strange that there would be an earth magic spell here at all. Nevertheless, it is unlocked. Shall we activate it? This is a tad suspicious. Let's see what Detect Spell shows us. There's only one right path. Oh, wow. That... Bruh. Okay, that's annoying. Well, I'm trying to concentrate on this and they just decide, oh, go fight a dude. Weak to wind, okay. Have I seen that guy in... Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw that guy before. That sentinel. I could have sworn I seen that in Alexandra's quest. Are they related? Where's this one last dude? Or two? They are very resistant to physicals, aren't they? Well, I know I can just thunderbolt you. Your blade. Okay, made it to the other side. Not sure what awaits us. What? Another part of the house? I don't think this is the same mansion. Huh? Are we gonna, like, pop out somewhere else on the world map? Where is everyone? Who are you, and why are you in my house? I'm Dr. Jerome Renault. You must be Lady Catherine's brother, Alfred. How'd you get here? Where's Catherine? Lady Catherine isn't here, as far as I'm aware. Don't lie to me. There's no way you could make it here unless she brought... Ah. I suppose it was bound to happen eventually. Meaning what, precisely? We're in my world, aren't we? The world with no magic. You must be that group from the battle in the capital. You've crossed between worlds before. But why are you in my house? We're here on behalf of the police. What happened to Evelyn? She had several placental abruptions, which almost induced premature labor. My colleague and I were able to heal them until this last one. But child and mother are healthy, I'm happy to say. Why were you in Evelyn's room last night? Yes, I had to come check on her. It was clear we had no choice except to deliver the baby. How's the portal and the armor work? I don't really understand how it works, to be honest. My father made it, and he's always had secrets. I only have the key spell. Was Evelyn trying to blackmail you over the child? She did threaten me, yes, but my consanguinity spell showed that the child is not a Wigram. Your father Jesiah, is he here? No, Jesiah has been ill. He's on a medical sojourn, and I'm not sure when he'll be back. Why are you keeping her here in that case? I swore an oath as a doctor to do no harm. Not that I would need an oath to provide basic care for a newborn. At any rate, I came to the size of Evelyn's plight. My colleague, who was treating her in the capital, unearthed a great deal about her past. Evelyn's past? Evelyn was an orphan. She learned to sing on a much less genteel stage. After seeing her perform, various patrons of the establishment would bid for her other services. She had no choice in the matter. It was a miracle she was able to escape that world, but left her with a chaotic way of conducting her personal life. It would be wrong for me to pass judgment on her. In light of that, I'm letting her stay here for the time being. So that's all we need to know. No more options. I'll come to my sister's house in just a moment. I believe I need to have a word with her about how we're handling our secret. Now clear up any confusion about Evelyn with the authorities. Hell of a good life, a Professor Ekins and Sneakade the Bard. One never wonder. Ask. Two only brave wear white while eating pasta with red sauce. 3. There's no such thing as useless knowledge, only knowledge not used. 4. Don't throw an angry cat straight up words. 5. The best place to dance is under moonlight. 6. Always leave an audience wanting more. The last chapter seems to have been ripped out. Evade tome. Strength tome. There they are, mother and child. They seem well enough. What? You can tell that just from the window? I couldn't even see them. I guess they're just sitting in the backyard? I guess? That's a cat. Wait a minute, that cat. But that means the cat was never lost, so what was the point of Flyer? Are you coming, detective? Wait, what? No, the cat might be some familiar. Who? The real purpose of the lost cat was to guess to solve the mystery or something. I don't know. Welcome. I've cast this shroud of silence around us so that Alfred won't hear us talking. I'm the one talking. I have to throw my voice with magic because I lack the proper vocal organs for human speech. And you are? His Eminence, Sir Whiskers III. Are you the cat from the poem I read as a child? No, I'm not that cat. He was my great-great-great-grandfather or something like that. Where's Jesiah? In our house. He's well enough for a moment. He sent me here to talk to you. Can we see Jesiah? Not right now. He isn't having one of his lucid days, but I would be happy to introduce you later. But you belong to Jesiah Wigram. The very same, though to say belong to anyone is a bit of slander. Why did he drop the lost cat flyers in the city? Oh, the old man didn't drop those flyers. I did. It was all magic. Why the ruse of the flyers? I need one of Jesiah's admirers to come looking. The family won't honor his last wish. How old is Jesiah precisely? I'm not entirely sure. Alfred is 61, and Jesiah was at least 8 years old when Alfred was born. He's had several families in his very long life. How do you learn to talk? After the world's divided, Jesiah could no longer find any human earth mages to confer with, plus he raised my ancestors to sentience. I can communicate by using earth magic to vibrate the walls and furniture. Was Jesiah alive when the world's divided? Yes, he once told me he could feel the shearing as it happened. For that and for a related reason, he briefly went mad. That's when he composed the famous poem, while he was in the insane asylum. Indeed. So why are we here? Jesiah is at the end of his life. He has one more wish before he is ready to depart this world. And that is? There's a creature he has read about in ancient books, the lunar butterfly. If you can bring him one, he can complete his final spell and depart this world in peace. Jesiah said the lunar butterfly only spawns within the site of Mount Nibaros. There are records of a mountain village where the spawning happens every summer, but it's not in this world. It must be in Nikolai's. And if we do find one of these lunar butterflies, my master has lived a very, very long time. I'm certain that some part of his unique magical legacy will be of use to you. A unique artifact, perhaps. That's everything. Do hurry, I don't know how much longer that poor old fool has. Okay, now we don't have to do the puzzle anymore. Wait, what? Dr. Renault, where are you off to? It's a long story. Nevertheless, Miss Harcourt is not dead. In fact, she has just brought a new life into the world. Dr. Alfred Wigram will bring her around soon enough. Have these rich twits really wasted our time so crassly? That's certainly one way of looking at it. We'll be back shortly. There's one final question to answer. I could have them up on wasting police resources, but I don't want the maid to bear the brunt of it. At the very least, I'll be having stern words with Lady Catherine and her brother. It must be nice to make the whole world dance about you like that. Does that mean this world... Oh, that's weird. Shouldn't this house exist in her world too? Yeah. Logically speaking, the Alfred's house should be in Alexandra's world, like right around here. So why can't I see it? That's so weird. Hello there, we can wake you up early for the lunar butterflies if that's what you're here for. Only 150, yeah. Anyone see anything? Not yet. That's a nice little village back there. Great hay. You've all been there before. We have. We were not in a position to enjoy the bucolic ambience at the time. For as long as we're waiting, I have a question. Yes? This guy, Jesiah or whatever, he was alive when the world split apart. Apparently. What did he think was happening? And what did everyone else think was happening, as long as we're talking about it? In my world, magic disappeared and there was a huge famine and earthquakes. They thought that basically everyone in the world died, so everyone in the surrounding farms were all that was left. What did the people in all the other worlds think? It was similar on the Taiche Peninsula. Untrained people suddenly gained tremendous magical power. Supernaturally large storms blew in from the Wind Shrine. All the cities of the north were destroyed and travel beyond the peninsula was impossible for many years. Even the German-speaking tribes thought that the storms had wiped everyone else out. In my country, things didn't change that much. Leds and Leskia were still there, right next to us. They were still a threat. Or a target, depending on how you look at it. But what did they think happened to Rian and Leornia? I mean, I didn't go to school for very long, or study hard. During infantry training, they told us that Coruscant's war was more intense in the west and that they destroyed themselves. It was supposed to serve as a warning of what would happen to us. What about you guys? It was the subject of much academic debate. The leading theory was that the unregulated use of magic had caused a debt to accumulate in the reservoirs of fire, earth, and wind magics. Something like a magical sinkhole collapsed the rest of the civilization. That was part of the reason the Diacon was built, but there was very little further investigation. Really? Nobody wanted to know more than that? More like Reed was trying to hide the truth. I bet she knew all along. It's like when your neighbors die. Everyone always asks how did it happen, but they're just trying to make sure it's something that won't happen to them. Once they think they're safe, they don't really care anymore. Oh look! I believe it's just what we're looking for. Get in a jar. Let's take this back to the Wigram mansion. Alright, Wigram house. How did the lunar butterfly get out of the jar? Ugh! Gah! What? What happened to the detective? Sergeant Carnot, are you alright? What? What in the world? Oh, hello there. When you get back? I have a rose in my mouth. All roses. What's happened? Is this the cat's doing? Some sort of magical kerfuffle. I'm embarrassed to say I didn't quite notice it at first. Didn't notice much of anything this morning, in fact. What's wrong with Neville? At first I thought it was a terrible hangover. Then I tried to walk back out the door. Now I gather someone's involved with an especially complicated spell. Have you seen anyone else? Annabelle came by here, looking quite worried. She's adept hand with magic. That and she grew up here. She blurted out something about this being the house's magic maze. How did she enter and exit? She appeared like you did and vanished into the southeast corner of the room. I'm not confident enough to follow, though with lunch coming on, that might change. Southeast corner. I'm sure I'll have it sorted in no time. Yeah, a separate slot. This is kind of complicated. What if you go through this door? You're blocked out. Drinking with the force of that spell, I think we'll have to find another way through. Whoa. Now on this side. Oh, Doctor, is there anything you can do? What happened? Linda and Harry have lost their wits. Linda can't speak, but it's all I can do to keep Harry from hurling himself against the wall. This happened at the same time as the magic maze. Just before. Have you seen or heard from anyone else? Annabelle came in the same way you did. She was moving rather quickly, seemed quite upset. She disappeared behind that candelabra above the bookshelves. Oh, and I saw Stokes too, of all people, but he was caught up trying to find Lady Catherine. If anyone knows how to get around the house, it would be the butler. Okay, of course. Harry ellipses. Stop the train! Whoa. New zone. It's nice upside the hearing. Dr. Renault, are yours going to help? Coming help? What happened here? Someone's cast a spell of mass confusion. Are you certain? Oh yes, I was once caught up in a robbery where the criminals were using one. You never forget it once you felt it. We are not affected. I've been constantly refreshing my personal protection wards ever since the capital disaster. I told Mother she ought to do likewise, but here we are. You see anyone else from here? No, but I did hear Lady Catherine and Julia in the hallway. Julia? Yeah, she and her aunt were arguing quite loudly. Something about having to go right now. Okay. Check the corners of the room. That's usually where magic mazes have gaps. Dr. Renault, what are you doing here? What happened? Someone activated the house's magic maze. I recognized it instantly. Sadly, I don't remember how to get around it. The last time this happened, I was a child. Who would know? Either Stokes or Annabelle would probably know how to move about. Have you seen Catherine or Julia? No, but I heard them crowing on their way to the second floor. I thought it was suspicious that they were getting along. Catherine has always resented everyone in Grandfather's third family. Third family? Grandfather has been married at least 3 times. The old hound. Julia is his youngest grandchild and his favorite. She's set to inherit the house when the old man kicks off. And my father will inherit the other house. Auntie will have to fight out with her late husband's family for one of their houses. Catherine goes so far as to hurt Julia? Aunt Catherine doesn't have the stomach for blood, I don't think, but she's an inveterate schemer, and poor Julia can't even use even a drop of magic. Must go. Of course. The exit is just in this nook. Hope he's not lying to me to trap me. Dr. Renault, we're in a dreadful state. Mr. Snooks is being crashed about by the House of Magic. It comes and goes. Where is Lady Catherine? I should really not know. I have not been able to find either one of them with the magic maze in the state. You're a butler of the house. You must have some way of getting around even an event like this. I think it's best for everyone's safety if we simply wait for... Mr. Stokes, please. We'll be in trouble with the police. Very well. Take this. It reveals the shape of the magic maze and unlocks certain new pathways. Okay, we can see the warp, but we can also see a path south of us. Okay. Please hurry, Dr. Renault. I trust you'll use their discretion. What's the difference between the green and the white exits? Like, oh, I guess this one lets me go backwards. I see. I see now. I can backtrack, so it's not like I'm missing stuff, but there are new paths, huh? Sort of. Green is like a non-mandatory path, maybe? What? Dr. Null, I hope I'm not accidentally in the story. Have you seen Lady Catherine? I suspect she is at the rid of all this. I haven't. Annabelle ran off looking for them. I didn't want to trouble myself with the magic maze. At any rate, Annabelle is much more capable of defending herself against magic than I am. Where was Annabelle going? She just passed back through here, saying something about her uncle's house. The armor? She jumped back into the magic maze over there. What? What her uncle has to do with the situation here? I don't know. This family has always been an overwrought mess. Wait, there was a green one up here. Was that actually the story path? No, there's no one in this room. That's so weird. Wait, did it just loop me back? It just looped me back, dude. Okay, greens are special ones. Then, what's the green one down here? Does this lead to anything? The chest? Midas glove, but I already have that. And I'm not... Do I even need it at this point? Does it stack? Probably. I don't think it's gonna stack, but that would be pretty nice if it did. Remember, scoring more points will help you win the game. Which game? It's not clear if the book is literal or figurative. What the? 2 portals. From a travelogue, we came across it on our journey. Only I made it back. To this day, I couldn't describe what it was. You find what appears to be a children's book. The book tells the story of a young octopus who dreams of being the captain of his own ship. We fought a similar octopus for money. Blue. Dr. Renault, Annabelle, what's going on here? Am I in the right place? My mother's pursuing another one of her schemes against Julia. I think this one really might get someone hurt. What does she want with Julia? Julia's grandfather's favorite. She's going to inherit the house probably any day now. Mother's been obsessed by this fact for years. She does something to Julia in the past? Yeah, she connived with my uncle to have Julia born in the other world so that she wouldn't have magic. Why would she want Julia to have magic? When grandfather dies, his inheritance will be split up. The houses are one thing, but grandfather's real quest is his magical legacy. He has a trove of magic artifacts and spellbooks, and even powerful enchantments that will outlive him and can be passed down. By denying Julia magic, my mother made grandfather's legacy useless to her. You think she hurt Julia? I don't know. She might do something to keep Julia locked away during the probate period. Or she may have offered Julia some kind of deal, but the deals you get from my mother are never to your advantage. What are you doing now? I'm trying to reach the shortcut to my uncle's house. I think Mother specifically excluded me from the magic maze and portal keys. I'm not sure if we'll be able to cross over to my uncle's house, but I think I can get us to the portal. Oh. Please, come along. That was the mandatory path, I guess. Oh shoot, am I stuck here? Annabelle! We've been separated, I'm stuck over here. Mother did set words in the maze specifically for me, after all. I'll be fine, but Julia might not be. You'll have to stop them. I'll reveal an exit in case you need to prepare yourself for whatever might happen. Okay. Okay then. Go into this. Now we're in Alfred's house. This way, hurry! Where are you leading us? To Jesiah's true home. Wait, what? Have I only been here before? Or is it, no, there's the reusing assets. It's not the same as the abandoned Imperial Palace. It's just, it uses the same tile set, but it's a completely different place and probably won't have barbarians, right? But this place still kind of sucks. Like, why is it so broken up? Like, I thought this guy was rich. Where are we? Pretty sure this is my world. Wait, what? This is the house where Jesiah lived with his first family. His wife was from the east. She disappeared along with the children when the world split. Took him decades to find a way to get back here. By then, it was too late. Alfred and Catherine are up ahead in Jesiah's room. They won't let me interfere, but they're no match for you. Alfred's in on this. Wait, what? Please help Julia. It would break the old man's heart if something were to happen to her. Some items. Elixir. Evade Tome. Strength Tome. What? Invisible Path? Bede's Conch. How are you going to explain this to the authorities? I'll tell them that Julia chose to follow her grandfather. She's a legal adult who can make her own decisions. Follow him where? Jesiah somehow obtained a lunar butterfly and completed his last spell. It opened a door into another world. He's not risking much given his advanced age, but Julia has a different story, and she followed him in. They just went to my world, right? That's the only world you people don't have a house in. The only thing she won't know how to deal with is properly seasoned food. No, we already deduced the existence of the world with the Wind Shrine. She isn't there. Jesiah always theorized about the existence of a fifth world. The world where magic originates. What? Is that the Wraith world or something from Shadows of Adam? And now he's opened the door to go there, or so he believes. I knew he might try something foolish at the end. That's why I kept him here. Each of them is more dysfunctional than the last. Julia followed her grandfather into that realm in hopes of acquiring the magic she failed to be born with. Shouldn't we wait and hope for her success? Where's the gateway? Through the passage to your left, in the shrouded room. You're much more likely than either of us to be able to pull her out of wherever that place is. Don't look at me like that. I merely help my niece pursue her own ends. You're much... Man, we don't even get to fight her. Come on. So this is the Wraith world? So loud, so bright. Smells like lightning and blood. Even my teeth are vibrating. Help us! Julia! Jesiah! She can't follow where I'm going, not yet. I caught her before she went too deep, but something came back with her. Something native to this world. I can force it to emerge from her, but I won't be able to defeat it on my own. You'll have to do that. Do it. We never even met Evelyn for real, though. Said we're saving Julia. Okay. Clairvoyance, what's your gimmick? Phainos, 25k. Quintessence, resists quintessence. Everything resists quintessence. Damn. Okay, physicals don't do jack to you, even though this is supposed to be... Oh. Shoot, This has to be magic. But not Almighty. Almighty sucks against, like, all the optional bosses for some reason. Prepify. Okay, that's not will work. Time to bring the mage team then. No wait, actually no wait. I'm gonna use the the stronger version of Zephyr. That way I can actually out-ammo the enemy. Another Fisher. Moderate damage. Yeah, my powers buff, my magic power is buffed, and Zap deals a few more hits than before. How strong is Tempest, anyways? You weren't much of a mage, anyways. Ollie knows it. Wait, oh no, it's a. You swapped out forcibly. Okay. Well, I can still swap out again anyways. It's not like you're locking me out of swapping to begin with. I can just bring him back and zap. Magic Tome. What happened? We've got you. Grandpa. He's gone. No. We have to go. And you all heard Lady Catherine say these things. Guess someone is going to jail after all. Yes. And she was the only person in a position to contort the magic maze in that way, to say nothing of the locked gateway to the outer world. If this had happened even a few months ago, nobody would have believed the story. A man with houses in 3 worlds, imagine. We've got our work out for us, don't we? Are they really gonna be able to prove that lady what's-her-name meant to get rid of her niece? Yeah, that's kind of a sophisticated bump-up. Are people even going to understand it? She's probably got some really good lawyers. We have courts for magical crimes. There's a voluminous case law about such things, and no shortage of expert witnesses who can educate the jury. I hate to be a member of the family, though. It wasn't always bad. Jesiah always got along with children and grandchildren when they were young. But after a while, the children of a rich family start thinking about all the things they could have if the patriarch were dead. Speaking of inheritances, this is yours. Cat Charm. What will you do now? I'll go back to the capital. I had a rare active social life there in Jesiah's boyhood flat. There was another house this whole time. Oh, it's been cats only for several decades. You wouldn't like it. See you again, travelers. If our journey gets any stranger than this, I'm not sure if I'll be able to handle it. Okay, that's it for his side quest. If our journey gets any stranger, I'm not sure I'll be able to handle it. How many character quests are left? You have completed all the character quests, well done. Do I get anything for it? No? Okay. Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Quartet. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit that bell icon.